I'm Natasha Corrett and welcome to the Honestly Healthy 6-Day Cleanse. I've created some delicious, easy recipes for you to follow to make you feel and look fantastic in just 6 days. I'm going to show you how to make my alkalizing green soup. It's super easy to make and really simple. If you don't have these ingredients in your fridge, don't worry, you can use whatever you've got. I'm just going to show you how to make the soup through layering. When I'm making a soup, what I'm going to talk about a lot is layering and stir steaming. Now, this is not any complicated full-on method. It's very simple. It's all about cooking the vegetables in its own steam so that you're not overheating the pan. When you overheat the pan, the vegetables get too hot and you kill the nutrients. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to dice an onion. You might know how to do it, but this is a really great, simple and very easy method. So if you keep the root on, peel off the top layer and the skin, keeping your fingers well back. You just slice down, but don't quite cut through the root. So if you do that the whole way along, minding your fingers, you just slice down like this, again, just to the root. And then when you've got it, you put your tip of your knife and you do a rocking motion. And I'm going to do the same to my garlic, or you could grate it or crush it, either or, it doesn't really matter. We're using sunflower oil today. The reason why we don't use olive oil is because when taken to a high temperature, it turns into a trans fat, which is impossible for your body to break down. And what we're trying to do on this cleanse is detox the body. I'm gonna chuck in my garlic and my onion. Turning the heat on, and you can hear it starting to sizzle now. Now this is part of the layering effect that I've been talking about. I'm just going to add my fennel seeds. So that's the point where you add your spices or anything like that you want to add. Now, the layering side of things, when it starts to absorb all the oil and it starts to get hot, which is when it would fry, that's when we add splashes of water. So we're just going to let it absorb a little bit more, and this is where it's starting to steam in its own juices. This is where all the flavor from the soup is going to come from. So I'm going to add little splashes now. And you can hear that really sizzle. And what that's doing is it's cooling the pan down. It's starting to get a bit thicker and a bit more stocky in there. So this is what we want. This is where all the flavor's coming from. While that's just sizzling away, I'm going to chop some of my broccoli that I've got here. If you can't get tender stem broccoli, just use normal broccoli, it's not a problem. And this is when I'm going to add another splash of stock. As you can hear, it wasn't as a loud sizzle as it was before. This is because we've cooled the pan down so much. Now I'm going to add the broccoli. I'm just going to coat it in all the flavors, and then I'm just going to add the rest of this stock. This is a microplane and one of the best little gadgets that I've got, and it's fantastic for zesting or grating garlic or ginger or anything like that. So I'm just gonna grate this into the soup. So we're just gonna now add the juice of the lemon. So the reason why we're adding lemon, not only because it tastes amazing, but also it's very alkalizing. So you might actually think that it's acid forming, but when digested, it's very alkaline. And then you just leave it to simmer for 4 minutes. Once it's finished simmering, we're just going to add some fresh spinach. Now you can turn it off the heat when you do this, as spinach just wilts in heat. So you don't have to overcook it. We don't have to cook it at all. Once we've done that and it's starting to wilt, I'm going to pour it into my blender. It's now ready, and it's basically alkalinity at its best. That's really good. And it's just so zesty and lemony, and You just know how much goodness you're getting in this. It's perfect for a cleanse, really is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very, very simple soup recipe. Post your comments below and I'll help you out with any questions you've got. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the series.